week's Vodcast Extra. This is our deck, and this is our fire pit, and they're both kind of creatively and unconventionally put together, and I thought this week, you might enjoy seeing how something like this happens.
So the first thing is you decide that you want a fire pit, and you want something a little bit more creative than the same old, same old. And it needs to be big enough to get the entire tribe around it. But nope, that's too expensive, and that is just insane, and that is going to give me nightmares. Oh my god, the forest is on fire! Now that is a little bit more like it. Very sexy, but not exactly the style I'm looking for. So we end up going to the stone yard, and way in the back where nobody is looking, we find a couple of abandoned slabs of Idaho sawtooth mountain flagstone, 9.5 inches thick, almost 8 feet long, and together they weigh about 2 tons. Perfect! So then my Amazon trainer wife Tina crawls up on top of one just to test it out, and she gives it the flex of approval. So now it's time to have them delivered, but not before we pour a small slab underneath where they're going to sit and raise them both up with some compression stones so we have space to get a gas line underneath. So now the fun stuff begins. You see there taped on the top of the rock, that's the space that I'm going to create a rectangular recess for the fire itself. And those 2 pipes with little holes in them, hey, that's it. That's all the fire pit is a gas line with holes in it so that the flame can be gently dispersed and come up nice and evenly for our enjoyment. Okay, so this looks a little crazy, I know. Try and ignore the idiot who's wearing flip-flops while using a concrete cutoff saw. But, the truth of the matter is, a concrete cutoff saw has no teeth. And so it's really deadly on stone and doesn't really hurt skin very much. Anyway, the goal here is to make slot cuts across this stone every ½ inch or so that when we're all done cutting these slots, I can get in with a breaker bar and snap off those little fins. So digging out 4 inches deep into a piece of solid rock is not as difficult as it may seem. It's kind of a divide and conquer methodology. And there you go. About an hour later, when I had it all chipped up and cleaned out. And then we drill out the bottom, run a gas line up from below, and attach our pipes. Always holes down, because we don't want rainwater running into our pipe unnecessarily, and the gas pumping out the bottom of the pipe and wrapping around the pipe as it rises up causes it to disperse more evenly into the overall recess. Okay, all that's left is to cover those pipes up. And what do we cover them with? Not silica sand. It holds too much moisture against the pipe and it will cause them to rust out prematurely. I like to use small pebble lava rock, not the big chunky stuff that you see in most fire pits, the tiny pebbly stuff. We're going to fill up this entire void almost all the way to the top with this small pebble lava rock, completely cover the pipes because it's inexpensive, aerates the gas, and it drains out the water really easily. Then, right on top, about a ½ inch or inch thick layer of decorative fire glass. Not normal broken glass, fire glass. It comes in a myriad of colors. It's a little pricey, but again, we're only using it just on top. Finally, before you move on, you got to give it a test. Notice the look of confidence in my face. But hey, it works! And then, okay, fine, we should probably build a deck around this fire pit. And of course the dogs are going to help out like, they do. And if they can rest on the job, so should I. So just a little bit of a break. And when we're all done, it should probably look something like this. Or like this. And then a little furniture and some plants. And we light it up. Hey, not bad. And in the end, there you have it. This was day 1, brand spanking new. And this was a little further down the road once the plants had decided to grow up a bit. And at night, and that's when we really dig on this fire pit. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you're willing to get your hands dirty and throw a little creativity in the mix, What would normally cost thousands of dollars may only cost hundreds. What costs hundreds of dollars may only cost tens. You just have to decide what you want to do. And the more effort and time and creativity you invest in it, the better results you get. Because in the end, it's all you.
Okay, come on, how much fun was that? Catch us every Sunday at 10 on KFIAM640.com and follow us on Facebook or Twitter @HomeWithDean. See you next time.